Hi there, it's Noof from Better Music's acoustic section. Talking to you today about the big question, nylon or steel string? What do I start with? What is a great guitar to begin with? I'm going to take you through some of the pros and cons for both, giving you a little bit of an overview. Today I'm going to be using a Yamaha guitar entry-level pack. So I have a Steel String, the F310 Gig Maker pack, and I also have I'm using the C40 today, also part of their Gig Maker range. And just before I get into it, guys, whenever you're starting, one of the golden rules, get yourself a little tuner. I'm just going to use that as an example. There are plenty of great clip-on tuners. We stock a lot of the Snarks and various other versions of it. But guys, get onto that. You don't need perfect pitch hearing to tune your guitar. Grab yourself one of these. All right, I'm going to start with, let's start with the nylon or classical. Means kind of the same thing. You'll hear both those terms. Nylon, because, well, you've got three nylon looking strings here, and you've got these three silver looking ones. The silver ones kind of look like they're metal. They're not really metal steel strings. They are designed for a classical or nylon, same thing, type of guitar. They're a lower tension string. Okay, so the classical style guitar, it's compared to the steel string body, it is a little bit smaller. The scale length is a little bit smaller. You'll also see, big thing is that it's got a slotted headstock. That's when you're coming back into buy strings for a guitar, we get a lot of people also saying, I need new strings, I don't know what guitar I've got. If it's got a slotted headstock, you can see through it, okay? Generally, you'll find that on a nylon string guitar. The other dead giveaway you've got yourself a nylon is that you have tie-on ends down here. The steel string has a bunch of bridge pins. I'll show you that shortly. Other big thing with a nylon or classical guitar, the neck. The neck is generally speaking, quite wide. Okay, so it's quite a thick neck. It's like holding a small baseball bat. Okay, some people can see this as a bit of a downside, and the upside to it would be that the strings are nice and soft. They're pliable. People will also talk about calluses and that burning sensation on their fingers they get from steel strings. You generally don't get that from a nylon. So there's a couple of key points. It also has a particular sound. I'll just play this a little bit. I'll start with my fingers and I'll do it a little bit with a pick as well, so you can get the idea of what they sound like. And now with a pick. That's generally what a classical guitar is going to sound like. Very nice, smooth, mellow sounding guitar. All right, moving on to the steel string guitar. Steel string guitar. Okay, I'll start up here at the top with the headstock. So before we were talking about the classical guitar, you could see through the headstock of the guitar. This one is generally it's a solid headstock. The bridge pins, how you attach the strings down the bottom. These little bridge pins, I can go into this in detail, but probably not right now on how to fit them. But that's also a telltale sign you have got yourself a steel string guitar. The strings themselves, so it's called a steel string. You'll see that it's got these two little silver ones down the bottom. Sometimes they're gold, but generally they're silver. That is steel. And then you've got these other goldy coloured ones up here. So what it is, these goldy ones, they are a steel core. There's a bit of string like this one here running through the middle. And then they have this phosphor bronze wrap around the outside. they are a higher tension string. So unlike the nylon, it's going to be a lot louder and generally a lot brighter. The neck of the guitar. So unlike the nylon string guitar, the neck is a lot slimmer. It's a lot easier to reach the strings, to reach for the chords that you need. The strings themselves can be a little bit abrasive. Okay, this can sort of turn people off from starting on a steel string, but it has a particular sound. If you desperately want to play, or you desperately have that sound in your head that you want to achieve, and it happens to sound like a steel string, play a steel string. It'll keep you going. It'll keep you motivated. I'll just give you some playing examples. Again, I'll start with some finger work, and then I'll move into a pick. Okay, in the pick. So there you go. It is a little bit brighter. It's going to be a bit punchier, a little bit more articulate, I guess, than say the nylon string. It's whatever you like. There are no rules. Because you've got a classical guitar doesn't mean you have to play classical music on a classical guitar. You can play whatever you want. You can play your latest rock and pop heavy metal songs on it on a nylon string. Probably works a little bit better on a steel string, but look, the choice is yours. This is music. There are no rules. You do whatever you want. If you have any other questions, please pop your questions down below. We'll try and get back to them as quickly as we can, or if there's enough of them, we'll probably do another video if you want a little bit more in-depth info. Guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.